Hi and welcome back. This is actually part 3 of Squirrel's treasure box, and as you can see, Squirrel's treasure box is still here and I haven't really done anything to it. It's raining and it's kind of overcast today, so I figured it would be a good day to come in and just do some stuff. And of course I started tracing a tree to put here, and then I thought, yeah, I should have shown that. So I will do something else just to show you the process I use. But all I did, because I want the style to be kind of the same, and I'm not a very good, I don't draw. So I wanted the tree to be kind of the same style as Joanna Basford. So I traced some of this tree. And I put it on my tracing paper, and just like in the last video, I used a Pro Art charcoal pencil in a what's that, a 4B, and so it's just a charcoal pencil. I had sharpened it, and there is my tracing. So I'm going to use the same card that I used the last time. I have a little bit of washi tape on the bottom edge. Let me see if I can slide that up. I have a little bit of washi tape here, just holding the bottom edge of the tracing paper in place so it doesn't slip too much. And then I'm just going to take my card and I'm just going to rub along the edge, or rub the back, just like this. It doesn't take a whole lot. This charcoal pencil is very dusty. I had to wipe my hand off because this time I was watching a movie and not paying that much attention, and I pushed my hand all the way through the charcoal, which you can kind of see here in this little blurry section. Ooh, sorry for that sound. But you can see it's coming out onto my paper. And if I did trace past the edge of the paper, and there's still a blank area down towards this bottom that I will have to deal with, but that's okay. But right now I just want to get some of this in so I can ink it. And then find some other pieces to put on this page. Let's see. Yeah, that's coming out somewhat better. You can see the part where I blurred it with my hand isn't quite as strong. So I will. Let's see, let me find something else to rub that with. I think I'm going to get my clay scraper. Hang on. Okay, so this is just a piece of metal that's used to move polymer clay off of tile before you know, when it gets pressed onto tile. So you can continue working with it. And it is a sharper point, and you can see it makes the lines quite a bit darker. So I'm just going to concentrate right here for a second. Let's see if I can get some of these lines to be a little bit clearer. Okay, so we're going to call that good. I can probably see it well enough to ink over it. And just move the washi tape off the page. This is a good use for washi tape because it doesn't stick that hard. So there we have the tree. And all I'm going to do is take my Sharpie, and it's an ultra fine line, ultra fine point. And let me open it and I'll show you the tip is very narrow. So, and I think I'm going to start down here so that I'm not dragging my hand through it any more than I have to. And now it's just a question of following the lines. And you know, this is kind of stress-free. This gives you a guideline. You know, it's not something you have to adhere to. And if you want to draw your own tree in, you just draw in your own tree. I mean, got a few little mushrooms here. Now we'll put the leaf in here. Put one that way. Going up that way. I hope that everyone's been having art-filled days. I've been kind of busy. I haven't had a lot of chance to do much of anything. I just wrapped up my Stitch Mania, which is obviously May, the month of May, and it's a challenge that you do in cross stitch to see how many new starts and stitching you can do during the month of May. Kind of like Inktober, if you've heard of Inktober, where you ink a drawing every day for the 31 days of October. In Stitch Mania, maybe modify it. Like this is the year is 2018. Stitch Mania originated in 2015, and it was a new start for the first 15 days of May. And over the years, people have changed it up some. It's still just 15 starts officially, but for 2018, I worked on 18 unique pieces for the first 18 days. I didn't do all new starts. I only did 9 new starts, but I worked on, they call them whips, just like in coloring. So I worked on 9 whips and 9 new starts for 2008. So, I'm trying to see how close I can get, again, without putting my head in the shot here. And I did over trace, you know, an area larger than I knew I would need for the page, which is why these lines are a little darker, but that's okay, because I will just erase it, and it's all going to be colored, so it's all good. I hope that you enjoyed part 2. It took me a couple of days to get it all uploaded, unfortunately. I have a very old computer, and it was not liking working quite that hard, I don't think. But eventually it got it all. I only had to start over a couple of times. And you can kind of see that I'm deviating from what I have traced here a little. Like I said, it's not written in stone. You don't have to follow exactly what you've drawn. It's just a guideline. Yep. Again, that's kind of what Dee Dee Willingham says. She says, you're the boss of your color book. And that's the truth. You are the boss of your coloring book. And somebody else has drawn in the art, but you can elect to color it in any way you enjoy. Like I said, add to it, take away from it. You'll see when we get more into this picture that I intend to draw a few more things or add a few more things into the background. And then I will tip the squirrel in and we'll see. This is where it's getting a little hairy because I can't really tell. So I think I'll skip around a little bit and draw this edge in. And come down and get this. We'll draw this in. And we got one here. I'll put in this one. Because leaves don't all go the same direction. Okay. And if I wasn't trying to record this, I'd probably be turning my book in different directions, trying to figure out which is the best angle for me to do all this in. Let's see. I hope this gives you a few ideas of things that you can do. If you have any questions or suggestions, I hope you feel free to leave it in the comments section. I always enjoy reading comments and knowing that people are watching my videos and hopefully enjoying them. Okay. Oh, my stomach is going to grow. Okay, I think that's good. Okay, so then all I'm going to do is take and erase a regular eraser. Pull it out here. This is a high polymer eraser. You could probably use any. It's a Pentel. It's a white one. It probably came in some kids' drawing set. It's still soft. And I'm just going to erase over the lines I just inked, and it will remove any residual chalk lines. And this will become much less blurry looking, I hope. Let me get a brush that I can just kind of sweep that off with. There we go. And so we've added a tree to the page. And it takes out some of that white space, adds a little interest, gives us something else to color. And a hiding place for Squirrel. I'm just trying to get all the charcoal dust off of the page. Let me remove my sheet. Sweep that into the trash. And just sweep this off of the page for now. Whoops. Let's just erase our goobers. There we go. So, tree added. So we have one tree added. I may still think about adding something else there. I don't know. A tree might be good. And then it's the squirrel that I haven't touched yet. I'm hoping that I remember to videotape it all. That I'm going to just tip into this page. So he's actually going to sit in front of the treasure box, putting his walnut in on top of all the goodies. So, yeah. I hope you enjoyed that. I will come back and show you some more. Okay, so for the bottom of this page, I mean, as it is, the chest is really huge compared to this tree, but hey, you know, it's a fantasy world, and hey, I'm not questioning it. But what I was doing was I was looking through Joanna's book, just checking out the bottom of her coloring book pages. And she has, if you see these like rocks, that kind of look like Easter eggs to me. But there's rocks, and there's little mushrooms, and there's ferns, and all kinds of leafy things. So that's a possibility. So I'm going to keep that in mind. And this is the tree that I traced right there. But so for the bottom, I mean, there are already some berries and some jewels here. But let me see if I can find a lighter pencil. I mean, I could put it in with my charcoal pencil so you could see it easier probably, but oh, let's see. Here's just a regular number 2 pencil. Regular school pencil. So, let's see. So this area is pretty filled here, but maybe we could put some ferns in. I'm not a artist or a drawing artist, so this could be a little bit hard for me. And I don't want to cover up anything that's already there, but I wouldn't mind like putting in some, like this has that rounded part there. So maybe making this, like following this through and making this one of those eggs. And then maybe making another one here. And then maybe one here. And the way she has it is she's got these, there's kind of grasses that come up. Like that. So we can kind of put things like this in. And let's see. And maybe, oh, it's so hard. No, that's way too wide. I'm not sure how well this eraser's going to work. There. Let's see, what could we put in the corner here? Maybe we'll just come up like this. More grasses. And then this, just have, no, nothing like that. That looks pretty terrible, doesn't it? Let's see, maybe we'll just have it be that. And I'll have this piece of grass going off the side. And it just depends how we color it in as to what's in front and what's behind. I'll just take that out. I have a lot of erasing to do. Yeah, maybe I'll come over here and we'll just do some more of these. And then I'll just erase some of these lines. And let's see. And then she has a bunch of like little circles all around the base of the things, which makes them look like Easter eggs. And I probably should wait to put these in and just put them in with black ink. But this way I guess I can audition them and see if I like them or not. Okay, and start at the bottom. Okay, and then maybe we'll do some of these coming out here. Mm-hmm. And then maybe we'll just do some little leaves like this, going up a vine. Okay, well, that put a little bit there, and then we're going to have the squirrel. Let me see if we're going to have him over here, tipped into the book. So I think he's going to look pretty good. So let me get my Sharpie and go back over some of this. And you can modify it a little bit, you know, now that you kind of have it put in the way you might want it. Have some going in the opposite direction. Don't have them all going the same way. And I might put just a few like little loose rocks in the ground here. And then follow that around. There's so many times I really wish I could draw I guess it's just practice, you know. If I practiced a lot, I would probably be much better at it. And I'm probably going to paint the back end with acrylic paint. I may start, I don't know, not sure. I have to kind of decide what this is, what time of day it is, where it is. I mean, it's forest. And anything I don't like, I can paint out. It's not set in stone, which is good. It's one nice thing about mixed media art. Like I said, there's always something that you can put over it. So that's that much. My goodness. And you would probably take a lot more time to do that, to do this than I'm taking. If I took my time and was much more careful, it might look a lot better. You never know. But then again, sometimes it's best when you don't think about it too much. It's supposed to be fun and not stressful. At least that's why I like to do this, for fun, and it's to relax and, you know, not be so uptight about all of it. Okay. And put a few little rocks over here too. Maybe some more leaves. Well, okay. Let's see what we've got. There's a fold in that weave. Since this decided to turn over, let's just make it a fold. If it wants to fold, it can fold. Okay. Erasing time. It's bad when this feels like a workout. Okay, let's see what we got here. Thank goodness for vacuum cleaners. I'm making a mess. Oh, there goes my cutting board. There. Not too bad. See if we can get that off of there. A little bit of smear. So, that put a bottom in. And eventually, we will have this squirrel. Here, let me take a pair of scissors and kind of rough cut him out a little. There. I will get him a little bit closer so we have a better idea. Okay, there's the squirrel, upside down, but he's there. Let's see. So he's going to go in something like this, and you can see that I did put some stuff down around the base of him, so I will have to kind of make that work a little bit. But he will probably be over about like that, so it kind of works. And then I will color that, and then when you lift it, that's what you'll see. So then we have all this is open sky. So I'm going to do an acrylic painted background. I don't know exactly what I'm going to put back there, but I think this is a pretty good start. So next step, we have to color all the rest of this stuff in. Yeah, it's a lot of work. See you in a minute.